everyone, it's NonnaGrace, and I'm from Western New York. Today is another vest day, so let's just go to the vest segment and you can see my vest of the day. This vest is a very old vest, and it feels like it's made out of cotton. It's actually quite pretty, but it's one that I think I bought it at Salvation Army, to be honest, a long time ago, because they didn't have them in the regular stores.
Sally's Boutique?
Yes, in Sally's Boutique. Today I'm going to tell you a little story about Happy. And Happy isn't a person, but Happy was me. And what it was is when we used to do foster care, we had teenage children all the time. And we had
teenage girls
mostly. Yeah, we had a few boys, but mostly girls. Well, one day, this girl goes, I got to call my caseworker. And I go, what do you need to call your caseworker about? I was trying to think, what the heck could be her problem that she needs to call a caseworker? Because everything was going, I thought, pretty good. Well, she says, I've got to call her. And I says, you can call her. So she got on the phone and called her, and she said, you got to get me out of here. And the caseworker must have asked her, why, what is the problem? She says, this lady's just too darn happy. And I couldn't get over the fact that she was wanting out just because of my happiness. What it is these kids come from homes that are yelling, screaming, and there's not a lot of happy stuff going on. And so when they come into a home that has doors on the bedrooms instead of curtains or blankets dividing or nothing dividing sometimes, and if they have their own everything their own, they can't handle it.
Dresser or shelves.
They can't handle it. So this was something that she was not used to, having a happy home. She was used to having arguing and everything else. There was another time that we were camping, and we had gone to the Lake Erie State Park, which is not real far. We used to just drive down there, find a site, because if you call the registry, you pay extra $7. Well, we don't want to pay an extra $7.
No,
if we can.
3 miles away.
I know it is sort of silly for them. So we would ride down there and say, what sites do you have open? And so can we go in and look? And they would tell us where they were open. And you could see. And so we would drive in. And then we'd reserve our spot. We'd tell them we'd be right back with the camper, because we didn't bring the camper when we would go look for the spot. Well, one day we were camping, and we had the foster children, the girls, and my nieces came camping with us that time, and they were teenagers also. Well, they wanted to sleep in the tent because they didn't want to be in the camper with the grown-ups. They wanted to have their own little section, which you can't blame them. Well, when Jim and I were getting ready for bed, I says to him, did you lock the back door? He goes, no, I thought you did. And I go, no, I didn't lock it. And so I said, you better go home and lock it. So he went home and he had to lock the back door. But when he was leaving, he got into the van, because we had a van at the time. One of my nieces said, whoa, Uncle Jim and Aunt Nonna must have had an argument. And the one foster girl goes, nah, they never fight. And so he went home, locked the door, and came back. Good thing we were very close. Another time we forgot our pillows, and so he went home and got the pillows. But now I have pillows that stay right in the camper. I have everything that you need in the camper. Every time we would go camp, we'd find something that we needed. One time it was a school of pasta. What's a school of pasta, you wonder? Jim used to go, what's that? Well, the school of pasta is the colander. And I used to say that, school of pasta, you know that thing that you drain the macaroni with? And he goes, a colander? And I go, yeah, I guess that's what it's called. But we never called it a colander. We called it a school of pasta.
That's the difference between Sicilian and American English.
Apparently. We used to use, like, for food, we never called it what it was. Like
in
when
American.
People in American, we used to, like, people used to say, we're going to have spaghetti tonight, and I used to say, we're going to have pasta succo tonight. Same thing. Or, oh gosh, you got to go to that. What's that pasta place called?
Mm.
The restaurant.
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. Yeah, they go. Oh, you got to go to the Olive Garden. They've got pasta bazoola, and I go, and they say pasta bazool or something. I don't know how they say it. I says macaroni and beans. I says that was our Friday meal when we didn't know what we were gonna cook, and we used to always have pasta beans. And so they thought they were having something really fabulous when we used to have it every Friday, because Friday was a meatless day for years and years and years and years for us. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little story time, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night, and I'll see you. Bye.